AtStudioD. Today I'd like to share with you my first Disney album. This was a couple of trips that we went to this year, and I've got a second album lined up because, as you can see, it's pretty packed in here. So the collections that I used were basically all of the Simple Stories lines from Say Cheese, and I guess I can just pull out something really quick here. So this is Say Cheese 4. You can see all the fun little phrases are almost all gone. So Say Cheese 4 was one of the items that I was able to grab. I also used Ellie's Studio Magical Memories. Not too many things from this line because it didn't really completely go with my color theme, but I did grab the stamp set, which is pretty awesome. Over to my left, I'm going to bring out one of the older Say Cheese collections. This is Say Cheese 3, and of course they have 2 and then the original. And then another item that I was able to find that I did not know existed was Echo Park's Wish Upon a Star. So again, I really tried to stay within this color range, and I did not deviate. I deviated a little bit with the green, and I'm okay with that because, you know, Toy Story. So let's get started. I kept the cover very simple. I just put a castle sticker here and embellished a little bit with just one little heart. I wanted to keep it very flat, non-dimensional, because, you know, during storage things get snagged, and I didn't want to damage the front of the book. I still have yet to add my label to the back. So let's dig in. Okay, so right at the beginning, I've got this little section here. I saved Gio's balloon. This was the balloon that we got him on one of the trips, and I thought it would be pretty cute to just keep it inside the album as a fun little memento. I added one of the chipboard die cuts from the Simple Stories Say Cheese 3, and it's from this pack, and then a little die cut from Say Cheese 4. Okay, so here at the front, I got this fun little cover. This came with the book. A lot of the pieces that you'll see here came with the album, and I just embellished. So I added some stickers. Up here I added some tickets, and this bow is facing the opposite direction because that's my intro to the book. So here's my intro to the book. I wrote something really sweet here. I printed it out and then I matted it for this particular sheet of paper. At the very top, I made like a top border here, and here is that little paper clip that's facing in this direction now. Added a sticker, and then some fun die cuts, and then this die cut is actually propped up on some dimensionals to give it a little bit more interest. I decided that because we were going to go several times throughout the year, this is our first time doing anything like this, Disney passes. It was really exciting, and I got all caught up in wanting to document every single thing, and that's why only what was it, 2 trips is all this. So I decided that I wanted to make monthly dividers so that I could just know at a glance which month this was. So we're not going to go every month. We're not going to go every week because it is a 3-hour trip for us, so 2.5 hours, and we have a dog, and it was just a little inconvenient to always go every month. But I think, you know, the magic of Disney passes is the fact that you can go anytime and just be there for the day and return home. But we tried that in April. This is the first time we went just to test things out, just to see what it was like. We had a great time. So here I'm using some thicker stickers. I had my friend Terry, you know Terry Berry. She's also a crafter, and she was able to send me this file after she created it for me. And then I cut it out of my silhouette. I laminated it, and I added my month marker with a little mini sticker. Here in the back, it just has a chipboard sticker. I kept the The map from the first day. I also kept our first receipt, which was when we purchased my mini ears and the I think they're no, just the ears. Was this our first trip? I'm kind of curious now. I don't see a date. I think it was our first trip. So I kept that, and I kept this little ticket here. And so that's the map. I figured in 10 years it would be really nice to look back at how they designed the map in 2019. So here's our first photo. This clip here I found on eBay. It came in a pack of 12. And let me see if I can find it here. I have my little embellishment tray. So this is what that pack looks like. This I got, like I said, on eBay, and they're gold. It did take a really long time to arrive. I'm pretty sure it came from a different country, but it was really affordable. It was like $1 and like a couple of pennies. It was really cheap. So if you're interested, check out eBay for Disney items. So here's our first photo. This was the entrance to the park, Magic Kingdom. And I embellished with stickers, die cuts, chipboard stickers, puffy stickers, everything you can imagine I was able to use in this album. So let's see, I have a frame here covering this Polaroid. This is an actual Polaroid photo. I brought my cameras. I brought several cameras with me. Did some documenting, did some stamping up here. Here's the date, 27. This is our first day, our first photo with the castle. I like to take my pockets. This is mainly a pocket album. I like to consider each individual pocket its own scrapbook page. And so you're going to find that it's pretty busy. I like busy. Some people like very clean and simple. I love clean and simple, but for some reason when I do pocket pages, I overdo pocket pages. So here's a fun little 4x6 card that you can cut up from those 12x12 sheets. I added some washi, some stickers, and then I documented our first ride, all the foods we had this day, the shopping we did, and the snacks. So here on the back, this back of the card is just red and white polka dots. I decided I'm going to do some more journaling, so I typed this up on my typewriter, added some fun little stickers and die cuts. See this sheet here, I'm going to show you this sheet. This is my favorite sheet from all of the pieces I have found. Let me pull that out for you. This is what it looks like. It's a sheet full of tickets. This is from Echo Park's Magical Adventure, which actually is another collection that I was able to locate. So I think I worked with about 5 or 6 collections. The back of it is also really cute. You get these film strips, but I prefer to use the tickets. I have about 2 or 3 sheets of these just for the tickets, and then 1 sheet just for that film strip. So I figured that should keep me nice and happy for the entire year. Over here I have this individual pocket, and you might see that a few times throughout. Picture of Geo. Here's our photo of our magic bands. We did receive the free bands just because we signed up for the annual pass, but we wanted to customize to get something, extra cute. So I got the Disney Foods band. Of course, it's pink. Gio has the Mickey Classic, and then Axel, my husband, got the Thanos band. So here I'm just using pocket cards, and here's Gio having a little chips snack with the castle. Over on the left, we just happened to run into Dapper Day at Disney, and because I'm new to all the hype, I didn't know that they had themed out days throughout the year. So that was pretty exciting to run into all of these women with parasols and beautiful hats and gorgeous dresses, and they just looked amazing. It was like a scene out of Mary Poppins. It was just so gorgeous. I didn't feel comfortable taking photos of strangers because I didn't want to invade their privacy. And really, I was just there to learn. I was really just there to spy out the joint, to figure out where everything was, to maybe write a few rides if we were able to, use the fast pass. We were there to learn. And so we just kept it very simple. In this photo, we watched, what were we doing here? It would have been great if I had written it down, huh? In one of these cubes. This was a 3D movie. I forget what it was. I know how hubby will probably figure that out. So here's a 3 pocket page, all squares. Over on the back, I had I printed this on my Instax. It's actually a real Polaroid. However, I took the photo on my phone. So if you're curious about that, if you haven't heard about this, this is the Instax Share SP2. I really love this one. It uses real Polaroid film, so you will need to buy the Instax film to use it. And what's great is when you turn it on, there are these circles here. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but those are gonna light up for you and let you know how many sheets are left in the device. Okay, so if you wanna check that out, you can find that on YouTube. I added a side journaling spot here and some film strip in the back. And basically, Dumbo was my favorite ride up until I went the last time. Dumbo was my favorite ride. I had such an amazing time. If you follow my Instagram is @StudioD. So that's AtStudioD. You will see a video. I think I saved it on my highlights of me on the ride with the camera facing me, and I was screaming. It was so fun. It was really fun. I hadn't written a ride in so many years, so can you imagine? Here I wanted to keep the color, this blue pattern all throughout, with touches of the matching blue in the center. And the reason for that was a couple of things. I didn't want it to look so busy. As you can see over here, it looks pretty busy. There's multiple colors everywhere. And that's okay because this shot right in the middle is a pretty busy color, but it's a little dark. Now this shot, since it's such a small photo, I needed the background of this journaling card. And so I decided to keep everything really simple and just add some little fun little touches. I have my journaling done here, and then I added my title with a little die cut. I split my title evenly. This does not come easy, meaning I had to play around with different titles, but this one worked out perfectly. Disney Family Fun. Over to the right, this was the popcorn bucket that I purchased. It's the Minnie Mouse one. I was so excited. I thought the popcorn buckets were only available in China. The Reset Girl had a trip recently with a few people and went to China and went to their Disney park over there, and they were able to grab some popcorn buckets. I didn't know they were all over, and so I was so excited because I found Minnie, and apparently Minnie is not a common popcorn bucket, so I was happy to find that and grab it. And can I just say, the popcorn is actually really amazing. It really is. So here once again, I fussy cut all of this out, added a die cut, added a fun little popcorn sticker, this title. These are stickers by Ellie's Studio. Actually, nope, I brought out a classic. I brought out my October Afternoon Mini Market sticker. So there's that popcorn title right there. And then we're going to flip over. Over here I have another card. I have a photo of hubby eating our first cat claw. I believe it's called the cat claw, Cheshire cat claw. So this cat claw was the entire inspiration for getting the actual annual pass. We had already planned a trip for May for the weekend of Memorial, and in that search to find what are the best rides and what are the best foods to have, I decided we're not going to really be able to enjoy Disney at its fullest potential because we're only going to be there one day. So just a few dollars more. We got the annual pass. The next morning, I surprised everybody at home with the news, and they were just like in shock, and Gio was screaming, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to Disney all year. It's the first thing I'd ever done anything crazy like that. So when we got to this area to get our Cheshire cat claw, the guy just gave it to us for free, and I was like, are you kidding? Was that for real? Because he was joking with Gio, saying that it was going to be $7,000 or something like that. And we're like, okay, dude, the sign says $5.95. So all I heard was 7. So I immediately got into like mommy crazy mode. And Axel's like, no, he was just joking. So that's that photo. And I'm glad I grabbed that photo. Over here we got some more of the foods we ate. So this is a bacon cheeseburger. Oh my god, it's really good. His mac and cheese was amazing. We had a few things. We had a Greek salad over here. This was on our way to the Ariel ride. So the name of this little mini restaurant is called Gaston's. And we had something called Le Faux's Brew. And this was also in a YouTube video as one of the top picks for Disney. And so I had a list of where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do right from the bat. We got to go back and get it because it's really amazing. So at the end of our trip, I really wanted a Mickey balloon. They were $12. I didn't know they were going to be that much. I thought it'd be at least $6, $7, right? They were $12, I think, and change. So we had already spent so much this day. I mean, we spent a lot on that day. And so I'm like, you know what? We can get it another time. It's not that serious. Next time we come, we'll have a 3-day stay at the hotel. We can enjoy it at the hotel. I had no idea this balloon would last 2 months, 3 months, filled up in its casing, because it's got this clear casing. I had no idea. So that was pretty cool. But because I didn't get the balloon, I decided I'm going to take a nice shot of the balloons and document it here. So this on the right is, this is a die cut or a file that I grabbed from Silhouette Store. They have a lot of Disney inspired items there. You just got to search for it. And so what I decided to do was back it up with the colors of the collection and have a nice shot of the castle. I don't like shots where there's a lot of people down here, because there are. That's why you see me like bring it up way high. There's another shot of the castle, which was really nice. And then before we ended the day, we took this shot of Gio, and I thought it was really nice. And I listed my top 5 favorite things of this day right in this card, and it's really cute. So moving into May, this was my May divider, 2019. This came with the book itself. I also decorated the back of it. I've got a shot of us entering the park here. That morning before we entered the park, we actually went to the Waffle House. It was such a long time since we've gone. I had all my mini ears on. Gio had his ears on. There was no shame in us eating at a restaurant outside of Disney. These waffles were so amazing. I think they were peanut butter, some sort of peanut butter waffle. It was so good. It was so good. So here's the entrance to the park. Gio's carrying my popcorn bucket for me because I had a lot of stuff carrying. This card I created using Ellie's Studio components. So I used a stamp set. I used a punch to punch these out, and I wish I would have grabbed these items. They're in my drawer to show you. But yeah, that's an EK Success punch. Here's another shot of the castle with Gio. So he climbed up on the ledge, sat down, and I grabbed a shot. Really nice. This was us waiting for the first ride of the day, which was the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. Now this one thing I want to share with you, this if I haven't already uploaded it, I will. This, let me see. Yeah, I use packaging, by the way. because I don't want to lose out on it. So I created these fun little balloons. You're not going to find these anywhere. This is actually vellum and the Disney or the Mickey ears. So these are something that I created, and I'm going to show you how I did that in another video, but I wanted to pull that out and give you a fun a view of this little interactive card that's there. So let me push that back in. Over here I have a fun card as well. This one is layered on top of this yellow, and then I added some stickers. And then this is actually the back of a postcard. So I did send out a few postcards during summer, and I decided I was going to keep this one so that it could match this page here. So in this page, let me just take out this little, I guess it's a piece of like glue shred. In this page, this card is by AtStudio. This green and blue is by AtStudio. I added the red, I added the yellow, and then I added this sticker on top just because I wanted all the colors to blend. There's red here, there's red here, and I wanted to show this ride. It was so fun. Gio loved it. I took shots. Like, I was loving just taking photographs of them. I wasn't really playing the game, but yeah, I got a couple of great shots there. And then we rode the People Mover. That was really fun. I didn't know that existed. Again, I had been to Disney, I think 1 or 2 times in my entire life, and you know, when you're young, you really don't notice things. And while we were on that, I noticed that the castle was approaching, and so I grabbed my phone really quick and I was able to catch that shot of Gio looking at the castle. Here, this is where we met Alice in Wonderland. I thought this was so fun. We were on our way to visit another section of the park when all of a sudden we saw a line forming for Alice, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Alice. I want to see Alice. So when I got there, I felt so awkward because she was completely in character, you guys. I was like, okay, I don't know what she's saying. She had a really heavy accent, and I know it's an actor, and I know that the accent is probably fake, but her accent was spot on, and I couldn't understand what she was saying. And Gio just kept staring at her like, lady, we're just here for a photo. I felt so awkward. So here I did some stitching. Alice in Wonderland, I stitched over those stickers. I added a little teacup because, of course, it's Alice. And then my little fun journaling. And I sewed over here as well on the card. We were able to ride the carousel, so I made a fun little title here off to the side. I don't normally use these pockets just because I don't like the strip here, but in this case it turned out actually really great, and I like this title here. There's a photo of Gio in front of the carousel, and then we actually rode it together, so that was fun. I couldn't take a great shot. This is the best I can do, but it was a great shot. We had heard about this Dole Whip through many people, and this was the first shot of the Dole Whip we got. He actually debated me on whether he should get in line for it or use the app for it. I suggested he try the app because I had heard, you know, I did a lot of research. I do a lot of Googling for blogs and what's that other one called? Forget it. I do a lot of Googling online. And I knew for a fact that the app would have been quicker. So he was in the line for a few minutes. He got off the line. I didn't know he got off the line to grab it, and it was ready to go. And here's Gio. He had finished the last scoop of it. What's really great that the stickers came with a lot of these elements of the Dole Whip, and I didn't realize it until after we took these photos that I had these stickers. So that was really cute and fun. Here are my top 5 magical moments of this trip, or of day 1, because it was a 3-day experience this time. So I loved the Winnie the Pooh ride. Country Jamboree was fun. The Tomorrowland, Mickey, the red balloon that Gio got in the Christmas store. So here's a fun little shaker pocket. I'm going to open it up and show you that. I used some wood veneers from AtStudio, and I used all the colors from the collection to create this, and I sewed it down. I don't know how other people do. I think they use the fuse tool, but I didn't feel like grabbing it and letting it heat up, so I just went straight to my sewing machine. I did 3 stitches. They're all messy, and I love that it's messy. Over here, again, Gio's having mac and cheese. That was like his favorite thing all year, and now he's sick of it. Some puffies. I stamped this out on red paper. On the back, some more of that funfetti, I like to call it. A picture of my ears with the castle. That classic photo. And then over here, this piece came with the book, so I just decorated the front of it. This is actually a sticky note. I bought this pack of sticky notes. It came with 4 designs, and then when you open it, you see all the fun journaling and photos that I added. Here's Gio with his balloon, and then here's a shot of the ears. I figured in a couple years, maybe 5 or 10, those ears are going to be a lot different. Maybe it's going to be something else that everybody's obsessed with. So I really wanted to get a shot of some of the ears that were popular. I'm gonna have to, when I go back, I'm gonna have to take photos of different set of ears so I can document those. And then over on the back, I have this photo of Gio having lunch. Again, I decorated the top and bottom, and then I have this little piece that flips up. So this is a little interactive pocket, and Gio and Axel, I have his shot eating, and then I have my little journaling on an AtStudio card. Thanks for taking the time out to watch part 1 of this Disney album. Be sure to visit my YouTube channel for the continuation of this album. And now I'm going to leave you with a few photos of what's to come in part 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.